Hello everyone, in this video we'll discuss relationship between zeros and coefficient of linear and quadratic polynomial. Let us understand zero of a linear polynomial. For this let us remember the general form of the linear polynomial. The general form of the linear polynomial is p of x equal to ax plus b. Now if k is the zero of the given polynomial, then that means we look at this equation, look at x, wherever x is there we substitute it by k. So p of k equal to ak plus b. Now p of k is equal to 0 because we have to find the 0 of the polynomial. So equal to ak plus b. Let us solve this in terms of k. So we will get k as equal to minus b by a. Now b here we can see is the constant term and a over here is the coefficient of x. So now whenever we have to find the 0 of the linear polynomial, we can remember it as minus b by a, or we can remember it as minus constant term upon coefficient of x. Now let us take an example. If p of x is given to us as 5x plus 3 and we have to find the 0 of this polynomial, then p of x is equal to 0, 0 equal to 5x plus 3. We can solve this equation and get x as equal to minus 3 by 5. Or if we remember the formula, we can write minus b by a, that is we write the minus sign and we write the constant term 3 and we write the coefficient of x 5 in the denominator. So the 0 of the linear polynomial will be minus 3 by 5. We can either solve the equation or we can remember this formula and find the 0 of the linear polynomial. Let us now understand how to find the 0 of a quadratic polynomial. The general form of a quadratic polynomial will be p of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c. P of x is equal to 0 to find the 0 of the polynomial. So 0 equal to ax square plus bx plus c. If alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial, then we can say that x minus alpha and x minus beta are the factors of p of x. Now we can write ax square plus bx plus c equal to k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. This is equal to k into, let us multiply these two. So we'll have x square minus x into alpha plus beta plus alpha beta. This is equal to kx square minus kx into alpha plus beta plus k alpha beta. Now comparing this equation with the general form of the equation, we get a as equal to k, b as equal to minus k into alpha plus beta, and c as equal to k alpha beta. Now here solving, we'll have alpha plus beta equal to b upon minus k, which is equal to b upon k is already equal to a, so we can write minus a over here in the denominator. So we'll have alpha plus beta equal to minus b upon a. Similarly, alpha beta will be written as equal to c upon k. Now k is already equal to a from here, so this is equal to c upon a. So alpha beta is c upon a and alpha plus beta is minus b upon a. So we can also say that the sum of the zeros is minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square, and product of the zeros is equal to constant term upon coefficient of x square. Let us find the zeros of the polynomial 6x square minus 7x minus 3 and then verify the relation between the zeros and the coefficients. We will first find the zeros of the polynomial. Now to find the zeros of the polynomial, we will have to find the factors for which we will be using factorization, where we will be splitting the middle term and writing it. Let us write the polynomial. So p of x equal to 6x square minus 7x minus 3. Can you recall the general form of the quadratic polynomial? Yes, the general form is ax square plus bx plus c. Let us compare these two. So we will have A as equal to 6, B as equal to -7 and C as equal to -3. Now let us find the product of A and C. Here A is 6 and C is 3, so the product is 18. Let us write all the factors of 18. So we will have 1 into 18, 2 into 9 and 3 into 6. These are all the factors. Now we will have to look at all the factors and find one factor whose sum or difference is going to give us -7. So we can look at this factor 2 into 9. We can write this as -9x plus 2x will give us -7x. So now let us write this. So we will have 6x square minus 7x minus 3. We will write this as 6x square minus 9x plus 2x minus 3. Let us take 3x common from the first two terms. So we will get 2x minus 3. And from these two terms we will take 1 as common. So we will get 2x minus 3. So now we will have 3x plus 1 into 2x minus 3. P of x is equal to 0. So 3x plus 1 equal to 0, or 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So x equal to minus 1 upon 3, or x equal to 3 by 2. We have two zeros for the given polynomial. Now let us find the sum of the zeros. So sum of zeros will be equal to -1 by 3 plus 3 by 2. We'll have to take the LCM here. So LCM is 6. So we have -2 plus 9, which is equal to 7 by 6. Let us also find the product of the zeros. So product of zeros equal to -1 by 3 into 3 by 2. So this is equal to -1 by 2. Now let us find alpha plus beta. Previously we have seen that alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So this is equal to minus of -7 and a is 6. So we will have alpha plus beta equal to 7 by 6 and alpha beta equal to c by a. So c here is -3 and a here is 6. Simplifying this, we will have -12. Here we can see that the sum of the zeros is 7 by 6 and the product of the zeros is -12. Hence we have verified the relation between zeros and the coefficients. Let us now remember that if zeros of the polynomial are given to us, then we can find the quadratic polynomial p of x by using x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta, where alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial. Let us take an example. -2 and -5 are the zeros of a polynomial, and we have to find the polynomial. So let us first find alpha plus beta, which is equal to -2 minus 5, which is equal to -7. Let us find alpha beta, which is equal to -2 into -5, which is equal to 10. Now we will write this polynomial. So it will be p of x is equal to x square minus of -7x plus 10. This is equal to x square plus 7x plus 10. So if the zeros of the polynomial are given, then we can find the polynomial.